Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to tell you which spring 2021 anime you have to watch. I'm genuinely surprised that I'm watching so many series, especially since I kept up with a lot in the winter. So this list will either help whittle down the anime for you or completely take over your watch list. You have been warned. Also, please don't forget to ring that notification bell, since YouTube likes to hide my videos from you guys. Leaving a like and comment will also help with reach and is always appreciated. With all that said, let's get started. I was about to write off Tokyo Revengers. I was getting overhyped since everyone was talking about it on Twitter, and yet the first episode had nothing new to offer. Just another Steins Erased Leapt Through Time anime. AKA you travel back in time to save someone until you get it right while learning a very important lesson about living life to the fullest or something. That was until the very last minute. Takemichi returning from his trip to the past totally blew my mind. And then we see Naoto, one of the people who ended up dead in the original timeline, alive. My jaw hit the floor as I've never seen something like this happen in a time-traveling series. And I've watched Doctor Who. It's as if the anime skipped 3 steps and we're already a quarter of the way through with the mission. But now it's up to the two of them to figure out a way to save Naoto's older sister, Tachibana. This saved the show for me. As many of you know, I'm not a big fan of military anime, so with 86's first episode, I was pretty bored. You follow a young commander as she does her job from the comfort of her home. While her soldiers are out dying every day, but the public doesn't know about it. The citizens believe that the soldiers are nothing more than robots, when in fact, they're human teenagers. It may not sound boring to you, which is valid, but after 3 episodes for me, I'm gonna have to pass. I'm pretty sure we all know how popular Don't Toy With Me Miss Nagatoro is. Out of all the smug faces we've seen in anime and manga, Nagatoro is definitely at the top. While I feel like the anime is made for people who are masochists or have an extreme degrading kink, I still found the first few episodes to be entertaining. I pretty much get the gist of the anime, so I won't be continuing it, but feel free to check out the first episode. Now, Shadow House is really interesting. It seems like a cute anime, but there's definitely something unsettling about the whole situation. You follow these human-like dolls who are servants to noble shadow people, and each of the servants are supposed to look like the shadow people if you could see their face. Now, I know this is an anime, so we've seen plenty of human-like dolls before, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure these servants are actual humans, and the shadow people are keeping them hostage. Really liking the vibes of this anime, and I can't wait to see if my theory is correct. Combatants Will Be Dispatched is the Konosuba comedy we deserve. Not only is it the same author as Konosuba, but there's plenty of references. From the thumbs up in the opening to the explosion scene in the first episode, Combatants Will Be Dispatched instantly became my comedy of the season. All the characters are scummy and they do underhanded things to get the job done. They're a bunch of dicks, but they're our dicks. No one does quick cut comedy like Natsume Akatuki, and if you're into that sort of thing, then don't skip this series. Let's take a break from all the new stuff and slide on over to the sequel corner. Unlike last season, where the sequels grabbed us by the throat and called us their bitch, this time around I'm only keeping up with 4, and they're very lighthearted. Why do I do this to myself? Yay! Moriarty the Patriot is back, and oh my god, why is everyone so much more sexy in the second half? They even brought my girl Irene Adler? This is just a full course meal at this point. You guys don't need me to brag about how I've read the My Hero Academia manga, right? I mean, I'm still watching the anime, but I've read the manga. So, I'm watching Italia in 2021. That's all you need to know.
Wait, what? Italia's back? No, that is not possible. It should have stayed in the past where it belongs. But then, if Italia is back, then that would mean... Oh no. God damn it, Jesh, come on. Keep it together, man. It's in the past, all right? It is never, ever coming back.
Did someone call me?
No!
Studio Wit knocks it out of the park again with their latest original anime, Vivi. You follow two AI, one from the future and one from the past, as they work together in order to prevent a war where AI kill off humanity. It's a mission that'll take 100 years to complete, and we jump from each stage of AI evolution. Vivi has compassion, but Matsumoto is just trying to get the job done. Naturally, this causes problems on top of the fact that they're changing the past, so new issues arise that could possibly cause another AI takeover. It's really well thought out, and the art is beautiful. One of the best anime airing this season, and a definite contender for Anime of the Year. What's this anime called? Hegehiro, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. Drunk 26-year-old man stares at a high schooler's panties. High schooler stays with drunk 26-year-old man. High schooler trying to push herself onto said 26-year-old man. Twice. I'm sorry, how many minutes are we into the first episode? 5? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the first episode is pretty rough, but it all eventually makes sense. The drunk guy sobers up the next day and decides to help out the high schooler without being a creep. I won't force anyone into watching the anime, because again, the beginning is a pain, but afterwards you'll find a more delightful story. Do you like isekai? What about romance? How about fairy tales? Then The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent is the anime for you. It has the vibes of Snow White with the red hair, which is an obvious plus. You have the main character, Sei, suddenly get transported to another world along with a teenage girl. Come to find out, the girl is supposed to be the all-powerful saint, so Sei doesn't really have much to do except for researching plants, cooking, and getting picked up by pretty boys. It's simple and relaxing, which will make for a nice binge when the anime ends. Wow, they really don't call this Pretty Boy Detective Club for nothing. Studio Shaft's art and animation really shines with captivating the beauty of the characters. Thank God too, because I needed a manservice anime to fill the void of Skate the Infinity. This just goes to show that anime guys are better than real guys. Nani the fuck? How old are they? They're in middle school? To Your Eternity is from the writer of A Silent Voice, which is my favorite manga of all time. The two may be nothing alike plot-wise, but there is so much emotion within the first 3 episodes that it's hard to look away. It may be hard to binge, and it's more of a somber series, so I recommend watching it at a slower pace. But what you'll find is a new work of art. And that's all I'm watching this season. What are some of the anime you're watching? I'd like to give a very special shout out to Sarah Hogan and Giovanni Herrera for donating to my Patreon. If you'd like a very special shout out in the next video, stream, or what have you, then please click on the Patreon link in the description to donate, as well as links to my social media. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.